In this video, we are going to learn a little bit about order of operations, and we're going to review the order of operations and the steps that go along with solving the order of operations. In order of operations, there are going to be 4 steps that you follow, or that we are going to highlight today. The first step is parentheses. And when you're working with parentheses, you may see either traditional parentheses or you may see brackets. The second step is going to be exponents. Remember exponents, so such as 4 to the second power is equal to 4 times 4, which then equals 16. Super important step. Next step is going to be multiply or multiplication and division, okay, or to multiply and divide. And then the final step is going to be addition and subtraction. It's really important to remember that multiplication and division always come before addition and subtraction. Okay, so please, please, please remember that. One final note I want to make is that when you are multiplying or dividing, or you're adding or subtracting, you are solving from left to right. So you're still doing all of your multiplication or division first, but you're solving together from left to right. Then you would do your addition and subtraction, solving from left to right. So let's take a look at our first example. If we take a look at our first example and we think about our order of operations, if this helps you, you can write it off to the side. Your PEMDAS, or please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, order of operations. 3 different things, all meaning the same thing. All meaning the same order that you would solve multi-step operations. So if we take a look, first step is parentheses. I have no parentheses, so I'm going to move on to the second step, exponents. I have no exponents. I do, however, have multiplication and division. Remember that I'm solving from left to right. So even though I have a multiplication problem and I have a division problem, I'm still going to solve the multiplication part first because that's on the left side of my equation. So I'm going to do 2 times 4 is 8. And I'm going to rewrite everything else. I'm not doing more than one step at a time. Notice that I drew my funnel, so my answer should be funneling down to my final answer at the bottom. If I take a look at the next part, I'm going to do 10 divided by 2. And 10 divided by 2 is 5. Bring down my 8. 8 plus 5 is going to get me to 13. And that would be my final answer. Take a look at the second question. So I'm going to write out my PEMDAS. I do have parentheses in this problem, so I'm going to go ahead and do my parentheses first. 7 times 2 is 14. Notice that I am filling in all of the rest of my steps because I'm going to do my funnel and funnel down to my answer. No more parentheses because inside this set of parentheses here, I can't do anything. So therefore, I can't do anything else with parentheses. So I'm going to move on to exponents. If I look at my exponents, I have 2 to the second power, which is 2 times 2. 2 times 2 is 4. And I'm going to rewrite the rest of my number sentence. Do I have any more exponents? No. So I'm going to move on to multiplication and division. Please remember that when you have a problem, a number, that is next to a set of parentheses, it means multiplication. So I'm going to do 3 times 14. And 3 times 14 is 42. And I'm bringing down the rest of my problem. I have no more multiplication or division, so I'm going to move on to addition and subtraction. And now I'm just going to solve from left to right. 42 plus 4 is 44. And then think about 44 minus 12 is going to be 32. So my final answer to this order of operation or multi-step expression number sentence would be 32. Next example, once again, PEMDAS. I do have parentheses. Within my parentheses, I have addition and subtraction. I am just going to work from left to right. So I'm going to rewrite this. 3 times 12 minus 8 is 4, and 4 plus 6 is 10. Once again, I am funneling down. Next step, I don't have any more parentheses. I have exponents. 4 squared is the same as 4 times 4, which is 16. So I now have 3 parenthesis 10 plus 16. No more exponents, no more parentheses, so now I'm on to multiplication and division. This is a multiplication problem. It means multiplication. 3 times 10. 3 times 10 is 30 plus 16. No more multiplication or division. Final step, addition, subtraction. 30 plus 16 would be 46. Final example is looking at using the idea of brackets. So once again, I'm going to put my please excuse my dear Aunt Sally or my PEMDAS off to the side. And I'm going to look at parentheses first. I have this set of parentheses because we can also include brackets. However, I am going to solve this part first. Okay? So if I take a look at 2 times 3, that's going to be 6. Then I have 14 plus 6 still in my parentheses with a 2 and then plus 3 squared. I'm then going to do the rest of my parentheses, so 14 plus 6. 14 plus 6 is going to get me to 20. And I'm going to do 2 parenthesis 20 plus 3 squared. No more parentheses. Now I'm on to exponents. 3 squared is the same as 3 times 3, which is 9. So now I have 2 parenthesis 20 plus 9. I'm going to do multiplication next. 2 times 20 is 40 plus 9, and 40 plus 9 is 49. So my answer to this problem would be 49. So just to review or remember, order of operations, parentheses is your first step. Second step is exponents. Third step is your multiplication and division. Fourth step is addition and subtraction. Both of those you're solving from left to right, but please remember that multiplication and division always come before addition and subtraction.